Hey, you guys, it's Tuesday, 12 o'clock. I'm Trisha Turner. This is Anything But Average. I have got Amy Lampman with me today, and I'm super happy to see her there with her Christmas tree. Hi,
So excited to see you.
this is awesome, you guys. So we are. I did a video yesterday alluding to this event that we have coming up on January 13th. As you see on our outlay here, Takeover Texas, we've got a series of events coming through 2022. And like Amy and I were talking about before we came live, I'm a big believer in this great divide between the haves and the have-nots. And I have been in real estate forever, and so has Amy. And we thankfully are in that have section because we're laser focused on production and doing the right things in the right order and aligning ourselves with the right people. But there's a lot of agents out there that are in the have nots, and that divide of people that have and have not is becoming like ever increasingly huge, and you're going to continue to see that be disrupted as the years go on. And so one of the purposes in our events that are rolling out is to bring you guys knowledge and education and show you a better way. We've got Coach Burt that's going to be with us on January 13th. He's actually my coach, and he's going to be teaching like fanatical follow-up, how to generate 3,000 leads for free, how to activate your prey drive, which is just like that killer instinct to go out there and really make a name for yourself. But Amy and I are also going to be sharing the stage. And so Amy is going to share a little bit about her story. And if you guys don't know Amy, you need to, because she's just an amazing soul. So Amy, if you could kind of tell everybody a little bit about your background, where you are and why we're doing this event, your version.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Trisha. Well, first of all, I'm so excited that we partnered up to do this event together. And I love that, our brokerage brings us together. That's one of their missions, is for us to have this intense collaboration just for the good. So a little bit about me. I'm a former school teacher and got into real estate 7.5 years ago. Joined our brokerage right at 3 years ago. And one of my goals was to help other people. So being a former teacher, I always had that passion for just helping others succeed, meet their goals. And then now in real estate, I have the same passion. So I love that we're putting our brains together and coming up with this really fun concept. And I am so, so excited for January 13th. I can't even stand it.
Me too. So with Amy, she's in the Woodlands area and I'm in the West Houston, Katy area. So it's super cool. But I don't even know how we met. Do you remember how we met?
We met at Black Walnut Cafe. And it's
Yes.
you know what it is? You have a trailer with your face on it, and I have a trailer. And I saw it, and I was like, I have to meet her because we think alike.
We do.
And I remember walking up to you. You were so like full of energy. And I was like, this is so fun. We definitely are meant to be friends. We have the same trailer on opposite sides of town.
This is crazy. And remember, it was the Michael Reese Double Your Business event. Remember?
Yes.
I forgot about those.
Yes. And you were all about helping heroes and giving back. And I was like, me too. We have so much in common.
We do.
I think we have like this magnetism, you and I, because we seem to be pulled together at events. There can be 1,000 people there, and Trisha and I will find our way together, sometimes at a bar, sometimes at a shop. You just never know.
No.
And but we always have that same like passion and drive to help other people. And so that's why I'm just so, so excited to start this series.
I am too. And I believe, like when I opened my own brokerage, and that was 5 years ago, it's like I became really aware then of the average agent. They only sell 4 to 6 homes a year. And I never really believed that because I'm a hustler and you're a hustler. So that was never my life. But when you get around people that is their life, then they are selling 4 to 6 homes a year. It's like, wow, how are you paying your bills and how are you living in abundance? And real estate's hard, and it continues to get harder. And I think for me, I know for sure when I became aware of that, that became even more of a passion. Like, we have to help these agents, period.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine going a month without a closing. That would just be really bizarre. And so for people to think that that's normal, guys, it doesn't have to be normal. I mean, you can, the thing that's neat about real estate is it's predictable, right? It's all math. So if you put enough time, effort, and energy into it, you're going to reap the rewards. And so I think sometimes, Trisha, people they have preconceived notions, and they just have different expectations They hear how hard it is. 80% of realtors fail in their first 2 years. And so they look at that 80% and go, well, I'm going to be one of them. And you and I are like, well, why can't you be the 20%?
Yeah.
Like just switch your mindset. And then all of a sudden you're like, how can I be the 20%? How do I get there? And it's half of being successful is believing that you can be successful and surrounding yourself with people that are successful.
Mm-hmm.
Magnetized towards the right mindset, it is extremely powerful.
Yep. I always tell people it's like you need to pay attention to who you're paying attention to, because when I was like, even before I even opened the company, there was shiny object syndrome everywhere. There was the best lead gen machine. It's like I spent thousands of dollars on things that didn't matter and didn't make me any money because I didn't have anyone guiding me. I didn't know who to pay attention to. I think we've all are guilty of that,
Oh, 100%.
And I know with you and I, we're trying to avoid all of that. We don't want people to go and spend money. Like, we don't want you guys to do anything. With everything that we do together, it's like, just do this. Just do what we say. We're going to give you every tool, every system, everything. You just have to do the work. Period.
Exactly.
I can only imagine,
show up and believe in yourself.
You have to believe in yourself. I know, like with real estate, I'm a big believer in mindset and morning routine. That's what I talk about all the time. I believe you have to own the morning before you can even begin to own the day. And with the world, especially the last 2 years with COVID, and it's like, oh my gosh, I know that we need to just stay laser focused on positive things and just shutting out that noise now more so than ever.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people have been talking about, what happens next because we've been dealing with the shock of 2020 and then the kind of the somewhat recovery in 2021. And now people are looking at 2022 and saying, what's next? And what I say is, you know what? We can't see into the future, but we can look historically at what's worked in the past. And sometimes people overthink it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to surround yourself with people with a good and bright mindset and just be simply a hard worker. And it's amazing what, success and what fruitful outcomes they will have.
I think so. And one thing that I've noticed is that, they say 5% of the world are leaders and 95% are followers. What I believe is that, especially like with us, the 5%ers, they are energized together. Like, we gravitate towards each other. And with our brokerage, if you haven't noticed, like, our group, we're the 5%ers. It's like we just want to keep building and doing more. There's no ego, there's no pride. I think that's one of the coolest things ever. Is like, I don't look at others that are doing more than me, because there's a ton of teams that are doing way more than we are. That inspires me. I'm not envious of them at all. I think that's super cool. I think that's amazing, the numbers that they do. And it makes me like leave our masterminds and stuff and go, I want to do that. Well, we can do that. They're no different than we are. They're just doing the work. We can do the same thing. And right. I think we all can. It's like, we're better together. That's why.
Absolutely. And I think exactly. And I think that us, people typically in real estate, you look at someone else in your brokerage as a competitor. And I think the difference for us is being better together means we are having more of a collaborative environment. And I'm saying, Trisha, that's, you did all these amazing things in the past year. Teach me something. And you're like, absolutely, Amy, I would love to. And then in turn, you're like, now, Amy, your specialty is flips. Can you give me some advice on that? And all day long, like, I want you to be the best version of you, and for the people on your team and group to be their best version. Because when you surround yourself with people that are thriving and they've created financial freedom, it just makes your heart warm and go, look, we truly are better together.
We are. And I think as real estate continues to evolve and like when we first got involved in this together, it's like COVID hit and we didn't know what was expected. We didn't know what was going to happen, but through it, we've thrived. And like I was telling somebody the other day, people that were once not online shoppers and were totally against it, they were forced to become online shoppers. So these disruptions keep happening. And thankfully, we are in alignment together and we're prepared for them. Nothing has blindsided us.
I love online shopping now.
So were you one of those that didn't online shop before?
Yes. I didn't even know how to use Amazon Prime. And now if I don't get a package like every other day, I'm like, is something wrong? What's happening?
Isn't that crazy? It's like one of the greatest things in the world.
Yesterday, I ordered a new toothbrush. Like, just toothbrush shows up at the door. I'm like, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
And you can, the coolest thing is you can get on there and order like anything in less than 5 minutes and you're done. And it's insane. And when I look at that, like I was telling somebody this the other day, I said, when I had my own independent brokerage open, like Jay Kinner said it best. He's like, Trisha, you have a blockbuster. Okay. You have a blockbuster and this is Netflix. Do you want to be part of Blockbuster or you want to be part of Netflix? That was like the most profound statement ever, but it was such the truth. Because if you look at like the history of Amazon, nobody knew what they were. There was just some online bookstore. And then look what they did. They took over everything. And now people that didn't want to shop on Amazon, like you just said, are now Amazon shoppers. It just
That's
happens.
right. So yeah, Blockbuster is big and broke. And Netflix is new and oh, I'm so sorry. John.
It's live. That's
It's
what
live
happens.
with Amy's dogs.
That's okay. So talk to us about this event, Amy, January 13th. What are you hoping to give to everyone? What are you hoping they walk away with?
So January 13th, we have three main goals. Anytime that I've put on an event, I'm always very strategic in driven by purpose. That way we have a good outcome. So in order to really give back to basically the community overall, Tricia and I aligned three things. Number one is growth. We want to show people how to grow their business, right? That's very, very important going into this next year. Number two, with everything we do, there's always a give back component. So we want to give back. So we're going to be giving back to Keep Us Fed, which is a local organization that feeds Texas, which is so exciting. And we're also going to give back to Heroes. There's another organization called Texas Boys Outdoors that gives back to heroes and first responders. And then the third initiative, the third goal of our event is to add value to our real estate community. So Trisha and I are both team leaders. We're icons in our company, and being a leader comes with something that's more involved and in depth than just simply selling a house. It's actually giving our knowledge and our time to our agents. So we're going to be providing professional coaching, sharing our stories and how we started with, I knew nothing about real estate other than we had purchased a few personal homes, and how we've both built our empires. So in order to share that, we want to spend the day with you. From 9 to 10, we're going to have amazing networking. From 10 to 2, we have an action-packed prizes, we have lunch, we have so much exciting. You will be at the edge of your seat. Bring tissues, you're probably going to cry, and just know that you're probably going to make some amazing friends, do some amazing networking, and you're going to walk away and find so much value from the day that you spend with us. And not simply not that Trisha and I are better than anybody else, but because we are going to open our hearts up and share with you things we've learned along the way. We're going to share with you failures. We're going to share with you how to get through failures. Because they say that the most successful people in life have had the most failures. So when you're having a rough day and you wake up and you're like, oh my goodness, my 3 buyers just canceled on me, and you feel like you want to crawl under a rock, Trisha and I, we've been there. We've gotten through that. And it's what you do on the upside when you're crawling out of that hole and you're finding that you still have the passion, you have the mindset, and you connect with other people. You're going to see that it's shocking what comes out on the other side. And so during COVID, Trisha and I both went through similar things where we had moments of fear. We're human, right? So in those moments of fear, what came out of that? And because Trisha and I, even when she had COVID, we would do Zooms and, conference together, like in her bed, she's like, we're going to get through this. And we did it together. And that's one of our big initiatives through those 3 goals, is to show you that when you simply have an accountability partner, you have somebody that is a trusted friend in the business, someone that you truly, trust and adore, and they only want what's best for you. It's amazing how on the other side of whatever you're going through, you realize that being better together is brought you through the struggle. And then you can turn around and go, look at the success we had. And it's not because you stood at the top of the mountain by yourself. It's because you actually opened your mind and your heart to other people. And sometimes I tell my team, I'm like, guys, I learn from you. You bring experiences to me that I've never had. And by us going through a struggle together, it's amazing what comes out on the other side. Because together, when you put multiple brains together and you put that problem solving and that trust and that compassion and that collaboration together, it's just beautiful what grows from that.
I love that. That was awesome. I mean, that was like I was into everything that you were saying, and it's so true. Like we don't know what the world has for us, and we don't know what the real estate industry has. But I was telling somebody the other day too. It's like I don't have any fear about that because I have you and I have everyone that we collaborate with. I'm not trying to do this by myself. We are better together, and I do. And I said this to someone. I even said it to my team. I was like, when you believe in your heart that what you're doing is really making a difference and you're really doing it for the betterment of the agent so the agent has a better life, then it is sincere and it's genuine and it's real easy to talk about because it's not like you're trying to sell something. You're just actually really care. It's from your heart and it's completely different.
I agree. And I've, in the past 3 years, actually being with EXP, it has shown me that, collaboration and the transparency it's crucial to growth, and when you have that together, it creates leverage.
Yep.
And then leverage gives you purpose and power. And so putting all of that together and just being able to share that with people, people will they'll ask me, Amy, how'd you become an icon in the company? How did you grow this team? And I love having those one-on-one conversations, but can you imagine when we're in a room with 100 or 200 agents, the power of being able to share that with a group of people.
Yeah.
And they're going to learn things from you. I'm going to learn things from you. They're going to learn from the person sitting next to them. And the great thing about our event is it's going to be so interactive. We're going to have those higher level coaches that we are flying in. Guys, these are serious coaches.
Oh, yeah.
They're not just some neighbor, that's like, hey, I've got a great idea. No, these are professional, profound business coaches.
Yep.
That's how much, Trisha, and I care about you and the growth and the trajectory of your business for 2022. We want, when you see us and when you come to events that we put on, this series, I want you to be so excited and so passionate. And I want you, don't come by yourself. Because the tagline Better Together means don't show up at this event by yourself. Bring somebody that's struggling. Bring somebody that you want to help. Because in the end, when you can sit there and say, you know what, I'm growing, but I'm also helping one of my dear friends get out of the hole they're in or take their business from, they were selling a house every other month. They were selling 6. And now we're going to show them how to sell 12. Or go from 10 to 20. Like the power in knowing that you truly, truly took the time to invite them, for them to be there, and for you to grow together, it's going to be life-changing.
Mm-hmm. It is. I think most people, I believe that people get their egos too much in the way and their pride. And it's like, the biggest investment you can make in success for yourself is investing in yourself and training your brain. I'm always in learner mode. I go to masterminds. I go to conferences nonstop. I probably went to one every month in 2021 because I was hungry for it and I needed it. And I continue to, because I'm always learning. If you walk away from one thing and you learn something and then you take it and implement it in your business, then it was a success. And we're going to show you all kinds of things. You just need to take away just one, but be open-minded. Like this is an event for everyone. It's not an event for, just certain brokerages. It's an event for all. You guys need to come, be open-minded, receive everything that we're going to be putting out there. Because at the end of the day, it really will help you live in abundance if you actually put it to practice.
I agree 100%. So I'm personally going to make sure that I have at least, a dozen of my agents there for sure.
Yes. Me too. Well, I'll match you.
Okay.
We're matching, right?
Air high five. Give me air high five.
Yes. But guys, remember, January 13th, it's at the Improv. So we've got tickets out. The landing page is being created right now, but the Eventbrite is created. The ads are running. You can find it. It's Takeover Texas. It is, we are better together. It is January 13th. It is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lunch is served. Grab your tickets. We definitely are going to run out of tickets. It's being recorded as well. So you'll get a copy of the recording. You can take it back to your home, take it back to your office, share with your people there, keep referring back to it over and over and over, because I'm going to tell you something. Coach Burt is going to be our headliner. He's super expensive, but he is going to teach you all kinds of things that you've never heard before. And it's something that you definitely don't want to miss. Any final thoughts, Amy?
I would just say, remember that when you're in real estate, you don't work for anyone else. You're an independent consultant, right? You work for yourself. And so by being at an event like this, the reason it's powerful is you're investing a tiny amount of money and, not even a full day, but the growth you're going to receive from that is so incredibly powerful. So start your year off right. Bring, a couple of your dearest friends, people that you want to help. Get a carpool, get a group together and meet us at the Improv and get there early. The seating is gonna be basically first come, first served. There is limited seats, so make sure you get your ticket and feel free to, ask us questions, reach out to us. Trisha listed her phone number. I should have, I'm not that technologist.
But you can find Amy everywhere. Where can they find you, Amy?
Sorry?
Where can they find you? They can find you everywhere.
Okay, you can find me. Just give me a text at 832-457-0511. And I'm Amy Lampman. I'm all over Facebook, Instagram, and just reach out to me anytime. Again, it's 832-457-0511. We are so excited and cannot wait to help you build, grow, and learn for 2022. Let's take over Texas and let's be better together.
1000%. You guys have a great day. Bye, y'all.